والصلاة والسلام على النبي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. Today, I'd like to speak about start fixing your life. Before we start, I'd like to express my gratitude to God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the King of the Kings and the Lord of the King of the Kings and the King of the Kings and the Lords of the Lords for granting me the ability to deliver the speech today. Secondly, I'd like to extend my heartfelt thanks to our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who has guided us from darkness to light and from ignorance to wisdom. And now, as we may all know, life is like a game, but there's no turning back. If something is done, you can't go back. A wise guy once told me, if I could go back in time, I would, because the past made you who you are. I agree with him, and we must all not forget this, because it can help you. I try to fix my life, and you should all too. When we die, what are the 3 answers going to answer to the angels? Who is your Lord? Jesus? Thereupon, and your book. The latest novel by the end of the year? How about your prophet? Your favorite YouTuber? That's me. It sounds like I'm joking, but I swear to God, these are 100% possible answers. Now think about yours. I'll be honest with you. I think that my answers would be Allah for God, but then the book, probably Léo le Détective Privé, and for prophet, maybe Cashigo. All of us are stupid, with no exceptions, including me. If humans can be smarter, if only humans can be smarter. Right now, we're basically doomed. All it is the path that we trotted. All nightmares could be real. God knows what Allah. A bomb could fall on our heads. Most of us are still young. You can all still change. It might seem like y'all still got time, but in reality, life is short. You need to prepare for death, because after it is eternity. Pick one of 3 choices. Hell forever, hell for a long while, or heaven forever. You have to choose your choice. Yeah, most of us are still young. There is so much that haven't been done. Maybe you get married, start a family, watch your wife, husband, daughter, or son. But well, remember, one day, you'll leave this world behind. Now tell me, what have y'all done in life? We can always upgrade from where we are now. All of us. Try finding what makes you better. No one in this world is perfect, but you can at least try to be. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. We're all holding for dear life. We're on the edge of a cliff. Don't let anyone push you off and keep looking back. Whatever you do in life, there's always a good or best path. Follow what you think is right. An old friend of mine said, and he quoted, "Life is short, so do what's right." And we should all agree with him. One strategy I use are quotes. Whenever I see a quote, I check if it's true or accurate, then I try to follow it. You can find quotes anywhere. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, etc. Tell me any non-baby boomer generation that doesn't use YouTube. No one, right? All of you use YouTube at least once in your life. Don't just think of life. You also remember about death as well. Now, going back, I actually found a story about someone. Let's call him Ahmed. So, basically, his parents, they were religious Muslims, but he took a different path. You can say, the bad path. He'd be doing haram over and over again. But one day, he committed a crime for the 3rd time. Then he realized he might get a life sentence. For those that don't know, in some countries, if you do a crime, if you commit a crime 3 times, then you are going to get a life sentence. So he prayed to God to help him. The next day, in the court day, in front of the judge asked him about his case. Then he answered, Your Honor, I must say, I realize what I've done wrong, and I choose the one and only God. He was set free after that event. Then he went to the path of Muslim and got married with his girlfriend. It's a true story, so you cannot disagree with it. The problem is, she's not a Muslim yet. So one time, Ahmad, he went to a scholar and told him about that. And he said, do not say a word about Islam. Just be the best husband that you can. And he did for 2 months or a year. And one time, he was praying. Then his wife came and joined him. Well, she wasn't wearing anything proper. She was just like using the normal girl clothes, you know. He asked her about what happened, and then she said, after seeing all the changes that has happened from the past to the present, she knew. She said, this cannot be fake. This has to be the truth. So, the moral of the story, you can always change, but you can also change other people. Now, the main reason I'm speaking about this is because Allah said in Surah Al-A'ad, Surah 13, verse 11, indeed, Allah will not change the condition of a person until they change what's in themselves. And that's all I need to say. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.